Hey guys, and welcome to Fit Tip Friday. This is your favourite YouTube video series where I take a question that I've been asked at some point in my career and give you a quick, precise, to the point answer. Today's question is, how fast should the eccentric and concentric contractions of your exercise be? But first, take 2 seconds to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ashmade PT, and also give this video a thumbs up whilst you're at it. How fast should the eccentric and concentric be? Good question. These refer to two different portions of the movement. You've got the concentric, where you're lifting the weight and squeezing the muscle, and then you've got the eccentric, when you're lowering the weight and the muscle stretching out. Both of these are extremely important, but unfortunately a lot of people completely neglect the eccentric lowering portion of the movement. We've all seen it. It's basically where you see people lifting the weight normally and then they just drop it back down. You see it on bicep curls, you see it on lat pull downs. People pull down, squeeze it back, and then it's just poof, as they drop the weight stack. This is bad, guys. Come on. It's not bad just because you're potentially definitely missing out on gains, but you're also putting yourself at a lot more risk of injury, and you're definitely using more weight than you should be because it's more than you can control. But then on the other hand, you do get some people on social media spouting off the eccentric portion of the movement. It's the only thing that matters, and you're wasting your time doing concentrics and all you should do is eccentrics. And unfortunately, that's just not true either. Both are important. The one thing we can say is that the eccentric is at least as important, at least equally important as the concentric, which means you should be focusing on both of them equally, at least. In terms of the duration of how long each portion should be, there's no dogmatic answer where it has to be 2.3 seconds and whatever. No. Instead, it's just like exercise selection, it's just like rep ranges. You should be going through phases and moving between different tempos. Perhaps going into your next mastering phase, you decide that you want to use some slow lifting tempos on all your isolation movements, where you're going really slow, holding the squeeze and then slowly lowering back. And that's great, that's fine. Just make sure that you're consistent. Don't change it up every week. Set that tempo, stick to it for a period of time, get better at it, and then switch to another tempo where you're going a little bit faster, still controlled, but not so slow. You can use a bit more weight and then stick to that, get better at that, and so on. I would personally consider a slow tempo to be something like a 2 to 3 second concentric, and then something like a 3 to 4 second eccentric. And honestly, the fastest I'd recommend the eccentric lowering to be would be 1 to 2 seconds on the low end, because anything faster than that, it's unlikely that you're properly controlling the weight. Yes, having this kind of control is going to force you to use less weight, but you're actually going to be stimulating the muscle more and putting more tension on the muscle, because you're actively resisting the weight on the eccentric portion rather than just dropping it and letting gravity do all the work for you. Make the muscle work for the whole portion, the whole duration of the set, not half of it, not just on the lifting part. So that's it. There really is no set in stone answer to give you, but just pick something controlled, stick to it, and every now and then switch it up. Provided that you're consistent with the way you're doing things and that you're doing things properly and that you're progressing over time, then you're doing fine. The last thing to mention is that the concentric lifting portion of the rep usually doesn't really need to be thought about, because this will be taken care of by the actual weight. I mean, if you're going for 5 rep bench press, you can only push that bar so fast anyway. So as long as you're doing that controlled, then don't worry about it. Just focus on the timing of the eccentric. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching Fit Tip Friday, your favourite YouTube video series. Make sure to drop any questions about this episode in the comment section below, and also let me know if you've got any questions for future episodes of Fit Tip Friday. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you did enjoy this video. We have new videos coming out every Tuesday and Friday. Join the team, don't miss out. Thank you for watching, until the next one, see you later guys.